Hi, good
Hello.
evening. Actually, evening. Good time of the day. Welcome to Tri-Cities Knit podcast.
Knit
Cities, yeah, because we were talking about Knit City. Yeah. We're already at Knit City. We are. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to the podcast. We're a knitting podcast from the Tri-Cities area in near Vancouver, BC.
I'm Natalie.
And I'm Jenny. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I know we've been kind of absent this summer, and I know a lot of podcasters have too. We're not the only ones. I've listened to actually a couple of podcasts over the last couple of days, and everyone seems to be relaxed and kind of not really, knitting as much. Yeah, so we've had some time off, and we kind of.
But it's getting cooler.
It's getting cooler. Yeah, we can still do it outside. It's probably the last time we're gonna do it outside though.
No, you
never know, but yeah. So
it's getting darker there, so yeah.
It's actually starting to get darker much quicker. Now that it's almost September, I can't believe this summer just flown by like crazy. But so today it's almost the end of our shawl knit along.
Yes.
And we've got two great prizes for it.
I do have.
Yeah. So the first prize is we're just going to show it again. We showed it before 3 months ago, but we're going to show it again.
It's a reminder.
Yeah, it's Skein of Yarn by Jade Stitch Mischief. It's a local dyer, local to us.
Look how now it's good.
It's much better outside.
Right.
3 months ago we showed it inside, so it's just a gorgeous skein. So this is the first prize. Second prize I can't show you because it's in my stash downstairs. It's a set of Marcus Nanaimo bars from Christie, also a local to us. So we're really excited, and we've got tons of entries from you guys. We really enjoyed looking at your shawls over the 3 months, and it's 5 days away. Yeah, 6 days away to end. So if you were
hurry
thinking,
up.
If you have anything to enter that you've made, you just post it in there. Like, 'cause you still have 6 days to do it. I've knit and haven't really knitted as many shawls lately, but
we don't need it at all. Nothing.
We don't really knit as
shawls,
much.
but,
Yeah, we knit a little bit every day, but it's just not really as much, I think.
Yes, we used to do
as we used to, because it's summer. I think when the weather changes, it's going to be a little different. But
and you want to stay outside, of course,
Yeah.
as much as possible to catch some sunlight. So yeah.
We don't get a lot of sunlight here during the regular
And
season.
this summer was good.
No. Aside from the summer, I mean,
Ah.
like once the fall sets in, we have rain, more rain.
Not until I think October.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, last year September was bad. Like
Yeah.
September 1st, then that was it. So I'm hoping this year isn't the same, but
Sometimes we have a good September
sometimes we have a good September. Yeah.
and October.
Well, half October, but Knit City is just over a month away, and we bought tickets for Stephen West's lecture.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It would be very interesting. I've never knit any of his patterns, actually. I just want to join in the excitedness, so to speak. Like I bought a lot of his patterns.
I forgot to bring. I actually almost finished the body of this.
The red and what's it? The Mesa sweater. It's a really.
Yes.
I like that sweater.
Enchanted Mesa.
I just don't have Enchanted Mesa. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of time on my hands, unfortunately.
And if I would be good enough, I can finish sleeves as well. But
Maybe
it's
you can wear it.
coming.
Yeah.
But it's very, very warm. And last Knit City, it was not so cold, so I don't know if I can wear it.
Yeah, it's boucle wool, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like
and it's a real like wool, so it's really warm.
Yeah, she's been working on it for like 3 years or something.
Not working.
Well, like
I was working
it's a whip.
1 year.
It's a whip.
Yeah. Whip forever.
Forever whip. Yeah. But I mean, it's exciting. I think it still should be interesting. I think every year it gets bigger and bigger and more exciting. Speaking of which, we are going to have a meetup for our sweater knit along. So if you guys are local to us and you knit a sweater, I know a lot of you guys in our group are local, so we're gonna have a meetup. So we're gonna announce more details, and we're gonna have some, you know, little lottery with prizes there.
I go through the list of the participants, and I will.
You want to earburn everybody who is local?
Yeah, who's local.
So we're gonna have a thread with more details, but we would love to meet you in person if you're local to us. You know, we're gonna be there Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure if we're gonna be there Sunday.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, but Friday we're gonna be there for the lecture, and Saturday maybe we can meet up somewhere, and you know, and do this. And we'd love to see your sweaters. And the main prize we will do after that, after we've seen all the sweaters.
Yeah, we have to.
So we have to see your sweater.
And it would be not local. No, it could be local.
It could be local, but
not
it's
guaranteed.
it's not gonna only be.
It's local prices. It's for local people. Main price. It's for all
everybody. Yeah, everybody who's entered. Yeah, so we're really excited to be there. Honestly, I've gone through the list of vendors, and I've had to write down a couple of notes who I want to see.
Are they still?
No, they're done. I think they're done adding. Yeah, like whatever you see there. I'm gonna link for the list of vendors. So whatever you see there, there's quite a bit of new people. The previous owner of Bad Anna's is coming. Anna Hunter. She has a farm and.
You said Black Ship Yarn.
Black Ship Yarn is coming this year. Yeah, she's coming this year. Actually, let me see.
Yes,
she is.
She was in the list.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I talked to her a few months ago, she said she was kind of waffling and a little bit hesitant to come, but. And I said to her, I said, you have to come. You know, you have to, because it's
getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger and bigger, and if you want to be noticed, you want to be in the city. I mean, and there's so many young people there. Like I was surprised to find out, like, there's a lot of people in their 20s who are just starting to knit, and you know, they can be customers for life. You know, they haven't like another 40 years of knitting ahead of them. So. Yeah, it's exciting. It's the end of the day Friday, so we're tired. We're excited. We're excited.
No, we are.
We are. Yeah, we're gonna post more detail. We just have to kind of think about it, what we're gonna do, and if you have any suggestions, there's a couple of coffee shops in the area. There's Starbucks, which is a block away, and there's also...
no, I think we should meet in the lunch area.
Oh, you want to meet in the lunch? Okay, well, that's even better. Then you don't have to walk anywhere. Okay. So in the Knit City, there's a food area where everyone sits down. We could meet there. But I don't know how big it's going to be this year, because the vendors is expanding the area of the vendors.
So if they expand the vendors area,
then
they should expand the food area.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Where are people gonna eat?
It's just less space. That's how they do it. Because remember 2 years ago or 3 years ago, it was huge, the area where people sat.
Right.
It was huge, and the vendors were smaller because the building doesn't expand. It's the same building.
But they have lots of free space.
I know. But
just
I think
behind.
I think they're just renting that building, like for the event.
Yeah, so they can expand. The coffee shop area was actually not too big, and I don't think they're gonna shrink it more because it's already small. And yeah, we can.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe it's a good idea to meet there. Then we don't have to walk anywhere, or we can eat there. There's gonna be food trucks there. I don't know if I'm...
Food trucks outside.
Outside, yeah. But what I mean is you don't have to actually leave the premises. Because last year I was a little bit disappointed in my own schedule.
You don't know if it's gonna rain.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's gonna rain, you don't wanna go outside and walk to some coffee shop.
Well, it's a block away. It's not like I used to.
Doesn't matter if it's raining.
Yeah.
It's raining, and
we never know. At the end of September, beginning of October, the weather here could be. It's not going to be cold, but it won't be.
You
might not be
you
as
don't
nice.
know.
Yeah,
like you don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, but it's really, this year has really flown by really quickly. Actually, I've got some yarn from that event that I still haven't knit. Actually, most of the yarn I bought haven't been knit. I started yarning Shawl, and then every time I take it out, I kind of think like, okay, well, do I want to go on with this, or do I want to undo and do something else?
No, I did use.
You finished it, yeah. I've got 2 skeins that I haven't even started.
Like I finished it
right away.
till the end. No,
Well,
no,
she's-
I mean I made a shawl and.
Oh, you
from
finished
the-
all the yarn you bought?
Yes. No, from yarning.
Knits. Oh, from Yarn Ink, yeah.
Yeah, and I made the socks.
Socks, yeah.
So I don't
Socks,
have
yeah.
any scraps even left. So, but I didn't start. You made the shawl. From
Chemistry I
the-
made, yeah. I made chemistry, and that was actually a really good. I loved working with that kit. It's so like Indigo Dragonfly. She's actually not coming this year.
Yeah.
No, she's not coming this
Oh.
year. And it's really too bad because her gradient kits are just like awesome. And the red kit, I use the kit that's red, and red tends to bleed a lot. Like a lot of the dyers, like I was a little bit hesitant to use it. And then I messaged her. She said, it's professionally dyed, but if you can always pre-wash it, whatever. I didn't pre-wash it because I just used it as a kit as is. I didn't mix it with anything, and the water was completely clear. It didn't have even a hint of red in it. I've never seen this, and I used not even super cold water. It was just like warm water, lukewarm. Yeah, it wasn't super cold. Amazing, just amazing. And it's sock yarn. Like this, I'm not too crazy about sock yarn. Like I'm more of a single ply person, but the dye job was just awesome. Yeah, I don't know why she's not coming. She's going to Rhinebeck though. But she does both all the time, so maybe it's hard to say because she's closer. Well, no, she's in Calgary. Actually, she might be in Eastern Canada. Maybe it's just too far for her. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I used that kit, and I started Yarn Ink, and then I've got a couple of schemes that I haven't even started. But
I even did knit from the yarn I got from this.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that I haven't.
Cloverdale.
No, you
so-
made way more things than I did. I was.
No, I
not
was
very
so
productive,
eager
so-
to make something out of this flock yarn. No, they actually coming.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna have their own booth again, just like they did at Fibers West, and I've got a couple of skeins from them, and I'm definitely gonna swing by and talk to them again and check out
Yeah, I wanna
maybe.
buy
I still have to
something
knit
else.
something from what I got, but it's the world of yarn is like shiny new toys. Like you get an idea in your head, and then next day you see new yarn, new idea, new yarn, new idea.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just never stops. That's the problem. You just, you don't keep track of this, Knitlit, but Clara Parks she's going to come out with a new book, and it's about stash. Okay, the book is about stash. It's stories of people in the industry, like famous designers and whatnot, and they talk about their stash.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah, very interesting because Amy Herzog, who's she does the sweater method.
Yeah.
You know who that is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She has no stash. No stash. Can you
Does
believe that?
any like big name designer have?
Oh yeah, there's yeah.
They do have a
Isabel
stash?
Kramer has like more than
Ah,
200
really?
yarns, and yeah, I mean most people.
I didn't know.
What do you think? You and I are the only freaks? No, most knitters have a stash, but I mean, like, I think it's quite rare that someone says, you know what, I just have this project, and maybe like a scheme for a hat, and that's it. That's all I have. My husband would love if I had that. But
What's the reason for leaving then?
but you know what?
Without stash?
No, it's just you have to. This is the thing. You have to accept who you are, and if you are somebody who stashes a lot, then just accept it and run with it. Like, you can't pretend to be something you're not.
Some
and
people stash cooking pots.
I know.
Thanks God, I don't have
some
this.
people stash ridiculously useless
Like my
things.
mom, she has.
Oh, my mom has
tons.
dishes collections.
I have like one pot set and couple of frying pans. That's it. And when
people
my
collect
mom
different things.
come to visit me, she was surprised.
You don't have two different sets
yeah,
of pots?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't need it. I need one big pot, one medium pot, and one small pot. That's it.
Yeah, people collect different things. We collect yarn. I mean, the things you can always sell it.
Oh,
It's,
bowls.
mix. Well, I collect cups, like coffee cups. I have a lot of coffee cups. Not like obscene amount, but I've got a whole shelf of like weird, like different, a lot of knitting related coffee cups. Yeah, But I think it's useful. You can drink from it, right? Like it's not like it just.
Oh, pots.
Yeah.
You can cook in the pots. It's not like my mom collecting pots. She's using them, but I just don't need.
Well, yeah,
this.
yarn you can always sell. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're not using something, I mean, that's what I do periodically. I'll just sell a bunch. In fact, I'm gonna sell some Madeleine Tosh this week. Yeah, because I'm just like, if I don't have a plan and it's been sitting there for like 2 years, I'll sell it. So I'll periodically, she doesn't sell it. I have a very limited space. Actually, you have even less space.
Yeah, I don't have space at all, but I just don't have as much as she has a Madeleine Tosh, so I don't have anything to
Yeah,
sell.
I've got a lot of Madeleine Tosh. Yeah, I've got some that I definitely need to stash that I just changed my mind or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this book, this is an interesting subject, of course, and I might get it. I will see. I enjoyed Knitlandia, but then you know what? I had a wrist issue, and I wasn't knitting on the bus, and I needed something to do. Normally, if I knit, I prefer to knit rather than read about knitting. That's just me, right? Like, okay, well, someone talks about their stash. It's interesting, but if I can knit instead of reading about it, then that's what I would prefer to do. But it's still, entertaining. I read
Does it make you upset? Like when I read the cooking book, for example, I want to cook. And when you need to read about knitting,
oh yeah, it does.
And you cannot.
Yeah. Well, another thing is there's another book about knitting injuries that I came upon recently. It's a new book by Carson Demers, who's a physiotherapist, and it's called Knitting Ergonomically, and he's a physiotherapist and he's a knitter, so he sort of combined the two. And I haven't read the book, but I listened to his interview on Fruity Knitting podcast. It was interesting because I tend to have a knitting injury, like on and off, or maybe it's in my head. I don't know. I think everybody who knits a lot has a little bit of pain here and there, So I haven't read the book, so I can't review it. But that's again something that I think lately I'm seeing a lot of people who get injured and stop knitting, and I think this is sort of seems to be kind of a strange time, but I guess he released, there's quite a bit of demand for this book. But honestly, I would recommend a different book, and it's a very well-known guy whose name is Dr. Sarna. He just passed away last month. It's called Healing Back Pain, but it talks about all injuries, and if you're suffering from a repetitive strain injury, this is the book to read, especially if you've been to a medical doctor. Especially if you've gone to a medical doctor and if they told you that you don't have a problem, this is the book to get. I will link on Amazon. It's not expensive. You just need to buy it and read it 3 times.
We should show next.
I don't have the book. I have it on my Kindle. And I keep, every time I get a twinge of pain, I reread the book, and the pain goes away.
Pain goes.
No, don't laugh. You will see why when you read the book. I was laughing too, believe me. I'm the biggest skeptic about this, but this works. He had a long career in healing back and healing pain. Anyways, and it's cheap, much cheaper than physiotherapy. It's only $7.99 or something like that, right? Anyways, we're not taking any classes at Knit City. Do you think we should have bought a class or something? Like, I don't know.
We should.
I don't know.
I told you we should buy a class from Stephen West.
But why? You and I, well, actually me, I don't knit with color. I mean, I do, but I'm kind of, I'll just buy a kit from somebody if I,
just for curiosity, we never take any...
Maybe next year, next year, maybe somebody famous will come.
No, I would like to especially have the...
Stephen West?
Yes.
I'm sure he'll talk about it in his lecture.
We'll see.
What else is he going to talk about? Like, he's going to talk about knitting, right? I hope. I don't know. I've never been at a lecture. Usually I'll just go in on Saturday for a couple of hours, and then last year I had to meet a friend, a non-knitting friend.
Yeah, you should allocate now.
Oh no, I'm going to be there all day. I mean, I'm not having any lunches with non-knitting friends that day. Anyways,
so yeah.
What are you knitting? You got to talk about this since you're knitting this.
Oh, first show the book.
Oh, okay. And so I finally purchased Barbara Walker top down as well, in the book form. Yeah, because I wanna read it.
Did you get it? No.
Yeah, it's downstairs. But we have it already. I have it in the electronic format. I just wanted to have.
No, I mean
Yeah.
we can show.
Maybe next time. It's not. It's an old book, but a new. Okay,
Old,
so
not old, but most of my
Yeah.
recent sweaters,
Including this.
more or less. Yes.
Oh, no. This is not.
It's
No, this is
it's
different. Okay.
contiguous. More or less connect to this book. So we should.
Well, I can go down and get it if you want. If you want to talk for a minute. No,
Okay,
no.
go. Yeah, we should have
Okay,
a topic for
okay.
the next.
Maybe
no,
ne-
no, 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 no.
next time,
For
okay.
next time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about this
So
book.
I got Coco Knits book, and this is by Julie Weisenberger, who's actually who's a quite prolific sweater designer, and she has this method which she describes in the book, and it's called a French shoulder in our part of the world, and she notices that too actually in the book. In the beginning of the book, she says this is the method
it's
that's
a
called French shoulder
French.
or British shoulder, depending where you are. But what I really like about the book is she really explains it well, and it's really only one page of explanation
For
for the method
for
itself.
the
It's just one page. I mean, you can do this sheets and buy her markers that the colors correspond with the sheets if you want. I'm not sure like if it's easier, but I mean you can certainly do that. But what I like about it is it's actually just 2 pages. The method itself is just, it's not a whole lot of reading, and then the rest of the book is patterns that utilize that method, and it's very clear and concise, and the patterns are simple. They don't have any lace or cables, which tends to, like, when I read a pattern, when I get a pattern for the sake of construction, I would rather for it to be a simple pattern with knit and purl, and that way I can concentrate on increases, decreases, and shaping, rather than having to kind of guess whether this yarn over is part of the lace or part of increases, right? So it's easier to take a simple pattern like this and learn the method, and then add your own touches at the end, like if you want, right? So I highly recommend buying the book from her shop, because you also get a digital download at the same time. So before you actually get the copy of the book by mail, you have something to read right away, and you can open it and read it right away. So this is something that I definitely recommend. Other vendors don't do that. You just it's just her. Yeah, it's just her.
Yes.
I think that the digital has a slight difference, but I would have to check. I don't remember whether I saw this part or not, but I think she says it's the same, so it may be the same.
What?
I think that some of the stuff is missing, but not the method, just some of the. But I maybe, I don't know. I have to check again. But the method, this is the method.
Electronic.
Electronic
format,
is. I think electronic is
something.
missing a recommendation of of the color placement. I think. I would have to check, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody said it's exactly the same, so I don't want to mislead people. But the method itself is very clear. I really like how she phrases things, as opposed to Barbara Walker's book, which is completely.
Because
it's
she's
very hard
not
to understand.
explaining.
Yeah, she's very hard to understand. By the way, she's still alive. She's still alive, and she's not part of any of this. She's moved on or something. She's like after Elizabeth Zimmerman, she's probably the biggest knitting celebrity in my world. I mean, this woman invented everything.
Yeah.
So she really should come out
her
and
top-down sleeves. It's like
it fits better than contiguous. You think?
Yes, I think it.
I did her sleeve method back 10 years ago that I told you about. My collarlicious sweater uses it, and this is how I found Ravelry. I may have mentioned this at the beginning, but this is how I actually found Ravelry. Is I found this tutorial, and then 3 months later it was gone, and then I went to this person's blog, and she said, I'm on Ravelry, right? And I'm like, what's Ravelry? And so this is how I found Ravelry. Yeah, and this was just, they were just inviting people. They were creating accounts by invitation then. So I found, and this is how her sleeve method is a very good method. The fit is great.
But the fit is better when
You're talking about the shoulder, like this part. I haven't tried that yet.
No. I mean, not when you knit everything at the same time, but I like where
Separate,
you
yeah.
separate.
That's what I did,
and
yeah.
Then
Yeah, that's what I did.
Later on, you
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, so her book, we're going to talk about it in the next episode. She describes the variations of the method. So, yeah, I would definitely, if you're getting into sweater knitting, this method is quite a bit different than contiguous and Barbara Walker's method and raglan and what's the other one? Drop shoulder.
Yeah.
And, you know, yoke is the easiest, in my opinion, actually.
Hmm.
I think it's the easiest.
Over
All of
raglan?
them. Oh yeah, raglan is not easy. Raglan, you have to be very particular about how many stitches you're going to cast on. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad fit. Plus, classical raglan, which does increases every second row, it doesn't actually sit that well on the human body. Saddle shoulder is way better, in my opinion, right?
I not agree with you. I never
What do you guys think? Which is the simplest
never
sweater
think
method?
how it's gonna end up over here when I cast on the neck. I always think how I wanna see the neck, and then from the neck I start calculating. So you can have a very, like, some people do raglan starting from this, so they do increases like this, but it's a different rate of increase. You can all
No, I know, but what I'm
freedom-
saying is the yoke is simpler. It's simpler. Maybe I just find it simpler. For me, it's simpler. Yeah, so this is quite a bit, you know, it's quite a bit different, and I definitely recommend it, getting it if you're getting into sweater knitting. And it's top down, if I haven't mentioned. It's
So
top
for
down.
people, for people who knows what is contiguous method, I think this is like contiguous method, but you don't do everything at the same time.
Yeah.
You use a contiguous when you do just the back.
It looks similar.
It's exactly the same. You increase the shoulder in every row. You start from the neck, and then you build your shoulder by increasing back every single row.
No, but
Yes.
I think that, no, yeah, you're right. But the look at the end is different.
Yeah, but you see, the real French shoulder don't have to be this, like, it doesn't have the,
Yeah.
how you call it, it's not...
Gathers?
Yes. I don't know if it's gonna...
Well, it looks, yeah, I mean, I guess it looks a little bit like contiguous, but it is slightly different still. And it ends up sitting in the back.
It's
That's what
how
I
you
mean.
position
Yeah.
it. It's
Well,
how
she
you
positions-
position. Yeah,
she
she
posi-
always position.
Yeah.
But if you look at Juta...
Or Jada? Hers is different,
Jada,
yeah. Hers is different. Actually, is it Judah or Jada? I don't know.
And she made the French shoulder.
Yeah, hers looks more like ready to wear. Like, ready to wear as in the store, right? Like, her shoulder
And
looks
if
more
you
like a
check
store-bought sweater.
what her name, remember this German that I said she modify contiguous, she started using contiguous method, and then she moved on. What her name, tell me. I show you, she has the cardigan, and but she do increases as for contiguous, and then she immediately do some decreases.
Was that the blog woman? The woman in
No,
the...
no, not the blog. You know this. She made the patterns for.
Is it mohair scarf that she made a pattern for? Or?
No, she made a pattern for patents. For patents.
Patents? People still make patterns
Patents?
for patents?
So, no, not patents.
Not patents. Nobody.
Cascade.
Cascade.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about Vera Sano?
Yes.
She's German? I thought she was American.
I don't know. She had lots of.
Oh yeah,
speaking-
hers. I've never owned her patterns actually. Sunflower knitting. That's her moniker.
Ah.
Yeah.
So she's doing kind of French shoulder.
Yes.
based
Yeah.
on-
Yeah. Hers looks more like a French shoulder. Julie Weisenberger looks more like contiguous in the back, but it's laced in the back. But anyways, It's, you know, it's slightly
No,
different
it's a good
book. Yeah, it's a
book,
good book. Yeah, I
and,
think still some people have never knit contiguous, you know, and for them, you know, maybe it would be useful. But I think, yeah, I'm just curious to see different things, and
For
I
many
tend to buy
people,
books
it's
and-
very tricky to do the left and right decreases in every row.
That's true, actually.
So
Yeah.
for the
I really need to put that
knit,
on my blog.
in knit
Yeah.
row, it's no problem.
But in the
when
purl,
it comes
yeah.
in the pearl,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I
they-
really need to put that on my blog, because that's what in every test I run for contiguous I get that question, like how do you have it so that it's always like this, right? But next episode I will bring up Barbara Walker book.
Oh yeah,
I bought it used, but it's in really good condition.
you
yeah.
didn't show me. Yeah,
I forgot. I
didn't-
forgot. I bought 2 books, this one and that one. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that you got this one, but you never told me you got the.
I
Barbara-
forgot. Honestly, I just sit downstairs and read it. Like I buy these books and I read them when I have a spare minute, but I don't bring them to work with me or anything like that. So I tend to kind of forget.
No, you told me you're gonna buy
Yeah.
this book, so I kind of know.
I really
that-
wanted to buy this because a lot of bloggers reviewed it, and I kind of wanted to see what the hype is about. And I've never tried this method, because what I do is I tend to knit everything at once. I like having to try it on and not, you know. But I think I'm ready to explore other methods.
You can make sleeves different color than.
Yes, I know. But you can do it with Barbara Walker.
Not
sleeves different
with
color.
the.
With the
with the
she,
classical
yeah,
one.
she
Yes,
describes in her book 3 different methods, right? So one is one is where it's separate. So
And one
the
is
body you can knit
simultaneous,
however you
yeah.
want. You can even knit it top down or bottom up. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
as long as you have a cap, because that's what I did 10 years ago. I just had the sleeves, and I was like, I don't want to knit a sleeve flat and then sew it. What if it doesn't fit in the cap? And I just refused right off the bat. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. But, you know, a lot of people still do, and that's okay. We like to knit seamless sweaters. So.
Oh yeah, I
we're-
forgot when I did sew, garnet together.
So this is what yarn is this? Because you get 2 kits that are similar. No, this is Cat's River Studio.
Yes,
I recognize
it's,
that. So what is this going to be? Is this going to be it's a cardigan?
No,
it's not.
it's a
cardigan. What is it?
sweater. It's a faded sweater
Mhm.
with their faded. It's not a full faded kit. It's just 3 skins, but they match very well together. So
I like her
it's,
bases. They're so like
Woolly.
woolly. Yeah.
Woolly.
I don't know what mills she uses. I like her bases.
It's true, yeah. She has a
My
woolly
kit,
yarn.
I'm gonna do a winter version of this sweater, of this top. I'm gonna do a winter version of this, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the same. I'm not gonna do a slip stitch.
Okay, why?
Just don't feel like it. But I mean, I might. We'll see. I don't know what it's gonna look like in a winter sweater.
You can make no. I would leave the slip stitch, but I made the body shorter.
even shorter.
Shorter, yeah.
Oh, like
I made
wider
this,
and wider
no,
and shorter.
stand
No,
up.
it's not like
I would.
it's pretty
made
short.
It shorter. I would made it like this
and wider.
and wider.
Well, we'll see. But I think I'm gonna stick with contiguous.
You can,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with
everything
contiguous,
like
yeah.
same, but little bit shorter and little bit wider.
But wider, the increases here are done over here.
No, you can make a
Oh, you mean
wider
like here?
body, yeah.
Well, you can skip the darts.
Yeah,
I've
you
got
can
darts
skip
on
the
the back.
darts
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah,
skip
you can
the
just skip the darts, yeah.
decreases.
Well, the shtick with this particular top is that it's fitted in the back. It's fitted in the back and loose in the front. Remember how this is 3-year-old pattern.
So,
like,
what you can do, you still fit back, but
And then-
you don't do the
there is no
decreases here, yeah. And as I said, you cast
Oh my
more.
god, I've got 2 left. I've got so many decreases here. I forgot.
You have to make a body bigger because it's gonna be sweater and you're
Well,
gonna
don't forget that
wear
I add here too.
No, you mean sleeves. Everything should be bigger because you're gonna wear it on.
And
top
you can
of
also
something.
increase the level of increases in the front too. Don't forget, because this is increases too,
I
right?
know,
Yeah.
but I try.
And you think that making the body bigger is
Yeah, it's not good.
no, making the body bigger here is a
No,
better
I mean
idea.
decreases, increases here in different rate. It would be not good.
Oh boy, I've got a cat trying to escape.
Visiting us.
Look how huge she's gotten.
Yeah, yeah. She was hiding somewhere.
I've got two cats. One is allowed to go outside, but he doesn't want to because the neighbor's cat beat him up. And the new cat wants to go out, but she's not allowed because she's too expensive. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with my kit. And my kit is 5 colors. So this is 3 colors. I don't know how that's gonna look like, right?
Maybe do you wanna have 5 colors?
I have 5 colors, yeah.
But do you want to?
Yes,
use all
I
of
do.
them?
I want to use all of them. But don't forget that I can start over here. And I don't have to have, well, actually, I don't know if I want, no, I kind of have to have a long, like a U-neck. Because this starts from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has, the neck has to be the same. But I can just do smaller stripes.
Yeah.
It's
But
going to be a
I would
faded
suggest
design. So.
you to finish with one color until you separate. Yeah, it's easier.
Of course it's easier. Well, don't forget that I will have the sleeves too. So
no, I
more
mean
yarn
it's easier to
requirements.
calculate everything than for different
Yes,
sizes
yeah.
when you just use the body.
Yeah, yeah. Once you're done
And
with
then you
yeah.
can, have a.
And I've got a lot of different ideas, and I'm kind of at a point where I need to take. I took a night off knitting last night. I just went to bed because there's too many ideas, and I wanted to kind of rest.
Could you
and-
sleep?
Yes, I could always sleep.
Yeah.
She's gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's huge, like seriously. She's grown since you've seen her last time. Yeah.
But she's not gonna overgrow, I guess.
Sharpie?
Sharpie.
Oh, I think she will. Oh yeah. She's not even a year old. Next episode, I'll show you the cat again. I've shown it before, but
Yeah.
so I'm knitting. I'm gonna show what I'm
your
knitting. I'm actually knitting a bulky version of a Tweety Fog cardigan, my last year's release, which I wore a lot. I didn't think, this is actually knitted on the wrong side. I like using purl side as the right side. And there's going to be a couple of differences between this. So this has an elbow patch, but this is the wrong side. So the elbow patch is actually going to look like this. I'm not gonna, it's not done yet, the sleeve. It's almost done. So it's a twisted stitch. You can't really tell. I'll show you next episode. I think I'm gonna be done with the body completely. Well, actually, the body is done. The sleeves are not gonna take very long. I just haven't worked at it. But it's a beautiful tweed.
It's a nice tweed.
And I did, instead of 2x2 rib, I did 1x1 rib. And I'm gonna have a fisherman's collar, fisherman's rib collar, which is sort of like brioche, but not brioche. It's funny because it's worked very similarly to brioche, but it looks different on 2 sides.
Yeah.
Fisherman's rib.
No, I know. I did for
Yeah.
the tea cozy.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and the collar is gonna be quite big. I think I'm gonna in the other sweater it's 8 inches wide. I think I'm gonna do 9 here.
What yarn did you
This
use?
is Plymouth Homestead Tweed, and Plymouth Yarn is one of these companies that have been around forever, and they have a little bit of presence on Instagram. They're a big company, and they're sort of maybe not interested so much to collaborate with the indie designers. But at a time, I got this from loveknitting.com a few months ago. At a time, I couldn't find tweed that fulfilled the criteria of real wool and offering. I just love the black tweed. I wanted it to be black, so that I think it's a little bit dressier, and I don't own any black tweed garments, so those ones was just the only one I could find that was bulky. It's actually not bulky. This is Aran weight, but when you knit it and it sort of expands, like yardage wise, it's Aran. It's like 200 meters per 100 grams, but it knits to 4 stitches per inch.
Yeah.
With this needle, 5.5 millimeters, US number 9. Right? So
I hate this.
well, no, I'm actually I'm doing the same thing you are here. Hang
Ah,
on a second. I just left it to try on. I'm actually knitting using my.
two.
It's like yeah, I'm
Good,
knitting. Yeah.
good.
Well, that's only because I couldn't find 5-inch DPNs anywhere.
That's what I told
Nobody
you. You
has
don't
them.
need any.
No, I
DPN.
prefer DPNs to this. I do. It's easy. It's faster for me because it's just anyways. But all the stores that I tried to get them from told me, oh, we're gonna have them in stock in a month. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I plan to finish this by the end of this month, and
Oh, really?
wear it soon, right?
Oh, really?
Well, I do. I don't know.
Oh,
What I'm gonna-
really?
Yeah, I plan to finish the sleeves for sure by the end of this month. The collar
The
may not
month
be done,
ends
but
next week.
oh yeah. Well, this was a week ago.
Ah.
Well, the sleeve actually is very fast to knit. It's one thing about bulky sweaters is they actually knit up really quickly.
But remember, you haven't made a big collar.
No, I haven't made the big collar. And the bag is from the Naughty Mommy. I had to buy this bag. I know I've got tons of fabric downstairs and I have 40 feet of canvas sitting down there, which I might sell. I kind of don't want to sell it because I paid like $100 for 40 feet of canvas. I bought it very cheaply, but I don't know what to do with it. But anyways, I had to buy this because of, look at this fabric. These are budgies. I used to have a budgie. I love budgies. If I didn't have 2 cats, I would have totally gotten a parrot. Totally. I love
Some
parrots.
parrots don't get eaten by cats because
Oh no,
they
most of
fight.
them don't. Most of them don't. I used to actually have a parrot and a cat. Not intentionally, it just worked out like that. And I had a budgie which was blue, and he actually bit the cat in the nose. Small bird like this.
They know
big
how
cat.
to fight,
They're not.
how
and he-
to defend themselves.
But we have enough with the cats. We're yeah. Anyways.
Do you
So-
have any?
And I'm gonna show you.
Sauce?
I'm gonna show you another web. I'm working on a collaboration with Machete Shop. I'm almost done. And this is a fade design actually, of a very unique construction. It doesn't look unique, but it's just done slightly differently than I would normally do it. And I just love how it flows from one color to another.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm not. There's 2 more colors to go. So this is almost done, and it's gonna be different at the end. I
Do
think
you
I'm
have
gonna.
any FOs?
I don't have any FOs. No.
I do.
Like I told you, I haven't been. This is what I've been working on, and some days I'm too tired to knit. Like last night, I take time for self-care. Well, this is your FO from way back. Like, when did you finish?
It's gonna be. I'm gonna release it next. It's not a fall.
This is actually Barbara Walker, variation of Barbara Walker.
Yeah.
So
It-
the fit is, you see, like the fit is a little different. It's a smoother shoulder than contiguous, which has a shoulder line, and same with the Coco Knits method. So
I
this
have a
is
free
different, yeah.
pattern with this construction, so you can check my Ravelry.
This is this is purple. Is it not purple,
No,
or am I
it's
crazy?
not.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
so
swatching an exciting new shape.
I finished.
Oh, this one, yeah, Brooklyn Tweed. Yeah.
I finished Brooklyn Tweed.
Okay, that doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, I didn't hide the all ends, but
You can wear it like this and say it's a
Yeah,
fashion,
I can.
fashion
Yeah, and with
symbol.
no.
So this
I
has some Gunzi elements and some color work.
Yes,
I really like
testing this.
this color work. It's like number 8. Is that what you had in mind? Or?
No, it's just randomly
Okay. I thought
something.
oh my god, this is great.
When I'm sitting at work and start, use this graph paper for the color work.
I printed some out.
Yeah,
I printed some out today because I
have
wanted
it
to.
all the time. So yeah, this is done. It's testing, and I hope I can release
so
it
this
at
is
the
this
end.
is Raglan. Well,
Yes.
this is what you've been doing here. You've been slipping this
Yes.
stitch and
Yes.
doing the. So every wrong side, like every other row, instead of knitting it, you slip it.
Yes.
Oh, this
Yes.
is nice. I may try that.
You didn't try? It's not
This is-
first time I tried.
This is nice. I made it. Where'd you learn this? Where'd you take that from? I think I
don't
saw it. I
remember.
saw it somewhere.
used
but
it somewhere.
I should try this.
So-
Maybe I should try it in this sweater instead of contiguous. Slip stitch, slip stitch. Hey, I got an idea. I may try that because I kind of want something different.
And
you know.
I'm coming back to my.
You should
Too
email.
bad.
You should email Camilla.
Too
From
bad
Color
Elena
Adventures.
didn't see it finished. I wanna, share
Yeah.
with her, but yeah.
You should definitely email them. I'll give you the contact because
Okay.
they have this yarn and they have these colors because Elena recorded a video for them to teach
How
them.
to-
Yeah, they have videos so that they have all the stuff to refer to, and I love this too. It looks
Yeah.
really nice. I like that.
The slits.
So you've got to give you a skein to finish
Yes, I
the
do,
sleeves.
and
yeah.
I'm gonna use the half of gray color and half
Mhm.
of pink color. I like kind of two color sleeves.
I like this color work, and I think it's coming back. The big color work is very
We'll see.
it's big, but it's not contrasted, right? Like
Yeah.
so it tones it down a little bit. Like I think it tones it down because if you were to do it in black and white, it would have been a lot more graphic, right?
Bold.
So
Yeah, I guess so.
no, I don't have any whips because I don't have any whips. In fact, I don't have any tests in my group either. My shawl is finished.
I start another yoke sweater and I almost done the yoke. I didn't bring it.
She
because
has way
I'm
more time than
not
I do.
sure.
I don't honestly like. I'm very tired by the end of the day, and I just try to take it easy. But I'm gonna show you some yarn. I didn't buy a lot of yarn. I bought some Briggs and Little online
I can
in this
put it
beautiful
on.
color. That look at this. You
getting
guys
chilly.
have to buy this yarn if you have a chance. Briggs and Little. It's very similar to Brooklyn Tweed Loft. And I need to snip.
Look at match my yellow.
Well, this matches everything. Oh, the smell, it's like wearing sheep. And I didn't show you this last time, but I got it a few months ago, actually, from Madtosh, sale, one of a kind sale. I just couldn't help myself, because these are actually go together, I think.
Look,
What do you guys think? It's slightly different, but I think it could still. I don't have no clue what to do with it. I do actually have color like this though. I've got three skeins of this light blue, which could sort of.
yeah, can be gradient.
Do you think the fade and gradient trends are going to be out soon? They're not really slowing down. Everyone's
don't
still
know.
knitting with fading and gradients.
Yes, yes. Andrea made really good choice for
Oh, yeah.
this.
Well, even
color.
it wasn't her who started the trend.
it's
It was
Stephen
Stephen
Yeah,
West.
Sorry, Stephen.
Yes.
We
Sorry,
forgot.
Stephen. We
Sorry.
know. We know.
We know
But-
it's you.
We know it's you. Of course, you're watching our podcast every 2 weeks.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah. Anyways, I got some fabric from fabric.com. I got way more fabric, but I had to have these owls. She trashed it. She's like, look at these giant owls. What are you going to do with
No,
that?
actually, you know what?
It looks better in person?
real
Yeah.
life, it looks much better
But
than
look at the
on-
quality. This is Japanese fabric, I believe, from the art gallery. And a lot of knitting people got this for project. It's
Imagine if you
very
make
good
a
quality.
dress out of this.
I don't think anyone does that. If you do, then don't get insulted what I just said.
It's,
But I don't think it's for a little girl or something. I don't
For
know.
little girl, yeah. Don't you think she would be
Little girl.
scared?
Little
I
girl.
don't want to wear this dress.
But what I'm thinking is because I think what I'm going to do with these types of fabrics is I've got this canvas and I can do canvas and then have this on top and have it sturdy. But I don't know how that's going to wear, but because this, for example, this bag is a sturdy, like everything is very sturdy, right? So that's why I like her bags.
But
because
you can enforce it with the lean,
Yeah.
like lining.
No, I'm actually
more.
wondering about the corners because this is waxed canvas. If I just have a quilting, like
No,
quilting
I
cotton
mean
at the bottom,
use the canvas for the bottom and enforce
white
reinforce.
canvas
Yes, white canvas.
for the bottom.
Yes. You can wash it.
That's true. Reinforce the inside with canvas too?
Yes.
Jeez, that's going to be one sturdy bag.
Yeah. So it can.
That's going to be a lot of work for me too.
By its.
That's it. That's an inside joke in Russian. Stand by itself. Yeah. We're not going to go into that. But so that's what I have. I've got more fabric downstairs, but I really wanted to show you this one because I really like, because you know what, we thought the owls were bigger. I think that's why you thought it wasn't as good, because the way they had it, we looked at the ruler and said, okay, these owls are huge. Yeah, we thought they were going to be like twice the size, but they're actually quite, like, if you're making a bag which is a standard size, you're going to have 4 owls, so it's going to be like this, right? So it's actually quite manageable.
It's girls, I think, and boys owls. This is a girl owl, and this is a boy, I think. What do you think? They have long lashes.
I don't know. They all have long lashes. Oh, no, they don't.
Not.
No, usually.
This and that is a girl. This and this.
No, I'm sorry, but men usually have better eyelashes than women, from my experience.
But they look more feminine.
It's pink. It's a pink owl. Anyways, I'm sure other bloggers have shown this fabric has been around for 6 months, and I had to have it, because what they do with fabrics is they have it for one season and it's gone. It's not like yarn. So if you like particular fabric, then this is another addiction. And this would be useless because I don't actually sew. I make bags occasionally.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I do make bags occasionally, but I don't sew. So I almost never buy clothing fabrics. I just accepted the fact that I can't sew.
Oh,
and more importantly, we don't really need clothes like that. Like, we don't. This is what I'd wear to work today. Jeans and a knitted t-shirt. Like, and if I dress up, people are going to be like, are you going to an interview?
Yeah,
Are you getting another job?
Are you leaving us?
Are you leaving us? Exactly. So, this is what, so we're going to try and we're going to announce the winners, I think, before the next episode for the Shawl Knit Along, because and in the next episode, we're going to let you know about the get-together time, and we're going to have a thread open, and maybe if somebody makes, you know...
Yeah, good idea. Open your thread.
Yeah, I'm going to open a thread, but I think we're going to do it on Saturday, because on Saturday, we're going to be there for sure. Sunday, I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's going to work out for me, but... you know, on Saturday, so if you guys are thinking about coming, you know, Saturday would probably be a better day to come with your sweater. And
besides, you can get more yarn, because on Sunday some colors may be long time.
Oh my God! Even on Saturday, yarning, she was out within like 3 hours.
Yes. You should guys come early.
So you guys should definitely come early on Saturday. It's gonna be a zoo, but if you have your eye on something, then definitely come early, and you know, you don't pay shipping. I'm not trying to rope people into buying yarn, because I think a lot of them don't need yarn, but if you're thinking about buying something, I have no business in buying yarn at all. I have to think about other things to buy there. Yeah, what else can you buy there instead of yarn?
Oh, remember on the Cloverdale, in Cloverdale, you bought some jewelry.
Oh, I bought but
I'm sure they're gonna be there.
Yeah, she's gonna be there, but I'm not really interested in any more jewelry. I
you
want
never
some,
know.
Yeah, that's true.
We can buy new stitch markers.
You know, it's funny, with stitch markers, I tend to use Clover the most. Oh, speaking of that.
But I saw you use cats on
Yes,
this,
I do use cats. I love cats, but then I already bought them, so I don't need that, you know. Speaking of, my husband got me a new pouch.
What did you...
For my knitting. For my knitting, look at this. This is leather pouch with native design on it. Isn't that beautiful?
I thought it's for change. I thought,
well, it is for change, but I'm using it as a knitting pouch. And inside I have little scissors that don't cut.
They
No, they do, but they're, compared to the other scissors, they're not very good.
They not cut.
They don't cut yet. And then I bought myself an ebony hook. It's really light, so I don't know if it's real ebony or not. Ebony is much heavier. And then I have my cable needle from Brittany, and my little gauge, and cat markers, and some Clover markers. some clover markers,
More clover.
and a needle, tapestry needle. So this is my, because I have 2 projects. I figured I should have two pouches.
Pouches for the...
Yeah, so he actually got it at duty free when we go to the States. We always buy something at duty free.
So how much it cost?
Or it wasn't cheap. It was $17.
Yeah.
But he got it for me. He's like, he likes all the native stuff, like all the native stuff, right? So he's like, oh, it's really nice, and you could use it as a notions pouch. I was like, you know what a notions pouch is?
Yeah, now he knows.
Well, no, he told me. He's like, for notions. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I got, but I don't have anything finished to show. I think that the shawl is going to be done soon, though. And next episode, I'll probably have both of these completed, I hope. Unless my hand decides it doesn't like knitting anymore. But, that's about it. So, you guys, if you have a shawl to post, do it within the next 5 to 6 days.
Before
And,
the
yeah. And we have these 2
months.
prizes, and we're going to have other prizes from us as well. I think some little things here and there. But the 2 big ones are the markers and the skein of yarn. And we've had a lot of fun looking through the entries. I know we have these 2 knit-alongs going, and it's a lot to look through. But we do look through it, and we're really impressed by the level of participation. Honestly, we didn't think anybody would come at all.
Yeah.
Because But thanks. Yeah, we're gonna definitely look through it, and it's gonna be hard to pick winners. You've gotten a lot of knitting done. I should do this too, but I don't know if I can talk and knit at the same time.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, like who wants to listen to somebody like that? I've seen podcasters who do that.
Yeah, there are lots of...
Some people can knit without looking at the knitting, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. I have to look at my knitting, definitely. Anyways,
Okay, yeah.
that's it. It's getting darker,
Yeah.
but the lighting actually seems to be better.
Good.
Yeah. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.